coming home. He's coming home. He's coming. Barlow's coming home.
Come
back to Liverpool, mate.
He's coming back to Liverpool. Yeah.
Coming back.
I seen it last night, and like I tweeted from the Anfield app saying, "Where's he going?" Beatles story. Albert Dock. He can come to Liverpool all he wants, but he's not playing footy for us.
You can have a nice time.
I don't want to know. I've had enough, and I'm sure Klopp's had enough before he's even started.
But he's never had him. And I
don't think he wants him.
No, he'll go, this is not for me, this is not for what we're about. I mean, it'd be mad. I almost sort of want one pre-season game. In the sense of being able to watch Klopp on the sidelines go absolutely bananas.
Yeah, what are you doing? I mean, yeah, like all that stick he gave Moreno and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll see. It'll go on another level, won't it?
Yeah.
For Barlow.
He might just end up on the pitch.
Yeah. Well, in Klopp's book, there's a boss moment. A biography. There's a boss moment when he's training for one of his teams in the past. Might have been Mines, it might not have been. But his mate played for the same team. They were really good mates. And he says in training, like his mate megs him, and then megged him again, and then sort of went and he said he couldn't take it at all. Like squares up to him and like don't do that sort of thing. His mate said something back to him, buttered him and left him on the deck.
There you are.
Go on, Klopp. So imagine, him and Barlow aren't going to get on. Let's get rid now. Where
does he go?
I don't know, because AC Milan are just going, we know you don't want him.
Yeah.
And we'll have him on loan.
Yeah.
It's like, jib loans. Don't know, China.
I love that that's not a stock answer.
I know, yeah.
I reckon you can say China, but the other option is what the strong links for Skirtle? Turkey.
Turkey's always the shout, isn't it? Yeah.
Turkey. I could see Barlow doing really well in Turkey. He's banging 15 a season, look great, 7 of them be from long distance. Everyone would say, there's a real player there. And we can all get on with our lives.
Yeah.
I think Turkey's the one. I'd be taking him to Istanbul tomorrow.
Turkey's for you, Mario. Go on, son.
That's our strong recommendation. Boxed it for you. Other strong link, and it's a strong link. We're going to do a gutter show later today, aren't we? Me, you, and Mel.
Yeah.
So that'll be really good, and we'll go through a lot of links then. There's the Goetze stuff, which we'll talk about on the gutter show later on. But a strong link that looks legitimate because the Echo are giving it its own piece and putting a bit of work into it. And there's even a quote attached, is Rafael Guerreiro, the left back who's at what you could misread as Leyton Orient, but is actually Lorient in France, and Orient, it always just makes me laugh. And he's supposedly 4 major clubs are bidding for him. 2 of them are us and Dortmund, and I think it's dead interesting. There's we've already seen a pattern of us and Dortmund going for similar players, and I think that's partially because Klopp's influence in Dortmund in terms of the pace that they want and all that sort of stuff, and now he's here. But I think it's also because if you actually look at the Deloitte football list, us and Dortmund are 9th and 10th in terms of the richest clubs. And when people say things like, us and Spurs always going for the same player, they must be copying us, it's because there's those who've got absolute mega bucks. And we're not far away from that, because I hate this idea that we're poor. We're not. We're the 9th richest club in Europe.
Yeah, and Con did this his analysis yesterday, didn't he, of the Premier League money that had been going in and out, and he was saying, like Liverpool now one of the most profitable clubs, 5th biggest wage bill in the Premier League. Generally looking quite rosy on the finances, so there's money there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you say, it's not Real Madrid money, it's not Barca money.
Well, you've got this Real Madrid Barca buy-in, and it's partially also because they're almost guaranteed Champions League football. Yeah. City slightly less so, but those and they're sort of guaranteed. Those 3, they're going to be in the Champions League every year, and they've got mega bucks. Then you've got the English side. Some of them have got more money than us, but can't offer that same guarantee, so they have to overpay for some players, or they dip in and out, and so they end up at the top end of where we're in the middle of this pool with Dortmund, and probably behind us in this pool is Spurs, and ahead of us in this pool is maybe United, and we're all in this pool, and every now and again United can get into their pool, but not really. They've got a really good man to do it, and every now and again one of them might drop back into ours just to do a bit of buying in our area, but we're slap bang in the middle of it, I think, and that's why you see all these players. It's us and Dortmund, because this is our pool, this is where we are. We're not sort of looking to try to get this way towards the buying Barca one. We'll buy from them
it's back to the other point as well, isn't it, that in the modern game now there's just no secrets. Like if anyone's any good at anything now, I mean, we always used to say this about goals, didn't we? Like, it's no secret the lads in Europe in general who can score goals.
Yeah, there's a list of them.
Yeah, there's a list of them. You can see how many they've scored over a period of, I can go and do that now on a computer, and so can football clubs. So it's not a secret, but all of it's not a secret now. This lad you're on about here, who's a left back, everyone will know. Anyone who wants a left back, this lad will be appearing on their radar. They'll be able to access past games, they'll know his stats,
it can all be found online.
Exactly.
Before you'd even have to have the idea that you're sending people to go and see it. And I think the other thing as well worth pointing out is that if everyone knows everything, which they all do, then the other thing that'll be happening is that they'll all be constantly in contact. Because what's the point? What's the point of not being, if you know what I mean? What's the point of not going down that route? I think it's genuinely...
That's what the agents are for as well, isn't it? I mean, like, you know, you can be happy at a club, or you can ring your agents and go, look, it's not going well here. You know, I get the feeling like he'll want me out. Can you start having a look at a few options? So then he starts having conversations with various clubs who might want a left back, all that sort of thing. You know, like, it was interesting when we did the special the other day about the goalie. You know, we spoke to Lutz and we spoke to David Priest, and Lutz in particular was interesting because he's a scout for Hoffenheim and he's obviously, you know, involved day to day with the Bundesliga. And he said basically the majority of the lads in that league, they want to come to England. You know, that's that's what they're aiming for. That's
their
like,
next move.
You do well here, you go to England, and that, you know, because he basically said, look, he said, I think I might be speaking to you again very soon.
Really?
Yeah, he said, you might have me on, you know, 3-4 times, and we're like, well, we'd love to, look, you know what I mean, great. But he, you know, he's convinced that more Bundesliga players will be arriving at Liverpool very soon. So great.
Well, today on Talk Play we've got our last season review show coming out 12 o'clock. I haven't heard it yet. It's one with John. They did it whilst I was down in London for a couple of days, so I think it was John,
Adam Smith, Mike Nevin and me.
You. That was it. Yeah, that was it good?
Yeah, it was good. I got slightly a bit nervous on it because like everyone had these reams of notes, including you know, Nevin had like a book.
Nevin's serious, isn't he? He's good at those.
Well, he was like, I don't like these shows because, you know.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, I don't like them, and then he brings out this, like, you know, book, and he's like this going through thing, and I got a bit intimidated by it all. I was like last on, so I was making notes, and because I just thought you gotta have notes. Everyone's got notes, and like everyone had said from the previous one that Stu Wright was really good, and had gone on this big speech at the start and all this. I was like, what's my game? You know what I mean? What am I bringing to it? So I just had a big rant, really. I just went banged on and on and on. So let me know what you think. I might have chatted absolute wham, to be honest. But, you know, I had a go.
T1.
I just basically said I'm happy as a Liverpool fan, which I am. I mean, you know, I know we lost the final and stuff, but I just think generally we're in an alright place. We've got a good manager.
Great.
We're rosy financially. We've got a new big stand. The atmosphere will be boss next season. All that.
That's 12 o'clock. City Talk free show coming out today as well, later on today. All that's going to change when those shows come out with the Euros and all that, but I'll be making that clear to you as we get closer. But that's out tonight about 8:30. And just a little shout for Daniel Sturridge got injured on England duty, but that's not news. A little shout on the fact that I'm doing an event with Kev Sampson about his book Hillsborough Voices, and a number of other people who contributed to the book. And the way the book works is it's a series of testimonies about what happened in the run-up to the 15th of April 1989, on the day itself, in the day after, then the week after, and then it follows the journey and the quest for truth and justice, which has happened subsequently and still is not finished, and it's always worth saying that and pointing that out. So there's going to be a number of people who contributed to that book there tonight, including Kev himself, and I'll just be saying people's names and pointing at them because they know far more of what they're talking about than I do. But it's at Leaf. If you're around in Liverpool city centre, do seriously consider coming down. It'd be great to see as many people as possible. The book is truly excellent. I cannot recommend it highly enough. If you can't make it, really do buy it. That's the lunchtime roundup. Thank you very much to Sean, obviously me and Gareth. We'll see you tomorrow.